welcome to the Lone Star Brahmas Bullpen podcast. Different tone. Nick is no longer driving the bus. He is in the bus today. Hello, Nicky.
Hi.
Hi. It's hi. It's your old pal, Chad and Nick here. Megan is still absent. She'll be back soon. This is Nick's last.
Halfway to Yellowknife.
Halfway to Yellowknife? Well, hopefully she can get there and get revenge on that moose that got our partner, Walt Ruff, a couple years back. And hopefully you get back safely without getting hit by a moose. It's a hazard up there. You'll find that out traveling around the Western Hockey League. They're all over the place out there.
So true.
But anyway, so we wanted to have a quick podcast to talk about a couple things. Also, Nick passed the microphone. I'll be your lead anchor. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing for that. So tickets are out, Nick.
Yes,
tickets are out.
Yes,
Nick has stuck around here long enough for tickets to go on sale, and it's a record. Never before have the Brahmas had tickets on sale in August. True story.
Oh, it's true.
True story.
Yeah, we always think about right before preseason play.
20-plus years, never had them on sale in August.
No, it's huge.
So
well, obviously, that round of applause goes to the new Mike Holder, Chad Seward, and Connor Morrison and Foster Scott. They were killing it with the ETIX transition, which we're going to get to in a second.
But before we get to that,
confusion there.
We forgot. Speaking of confusion, we're always confused on here. Sport clips.
Sport clip.
Because your hair doesn't stop growing on the weekend, Sport Clip is there for you.
It's good to be a guy.
It's good to be a guy. Get yourself a man break at Sport Clips today.
Download the app.
Back to you, Nick.
There we go.
It's going to take a sponsor plug. It's going to take a while.
A little bit to smooth out.
We'll be better.
Maybe I'll do a call in from Portland one day.
Absolutely.
No, but yeah, obviously season tickets are out, or they have been out. Excuse me. Individual ticket sales are now out.
Yeah.
Everything from the 3 preseason games to all 28 home games in Brahmaland. Those are all available online. You can either visit Facebook, Twitter, LoneStarBrahmas.com. There's a big ticket button on the website in the top right.
Yep.
There's a ticket drop-down menu that all of those will link you out to it. So we're fully up and running, and I know it's going to take a little bit of a process for some of, especially the veteran fans who have been around since the Glittner days and even before that.
Yeah, since the front gate Ticketmaster.
It's going to be an easy, it seems like an annoyance right now, but it's going to be an easy transition once it gets going. And I think all the fans are going to enjoy being able to print their tickets at home, for example, have them scanned on an app for anybody who wants to just have them downloaded on their phone. The QR readers are going to work well.
Yep.
And it's going to be a big upgrade.
It's a big change, and I think a lot of people the people that I've talked to have been a little bit shocked at why, when do we pick up our tickets? And I'm like, well, they're already in your email box. You can print them out. Now, I will say, if you have 6 or 8 or 10 season tickets, which there are plenty of people out there that have that many.
Yep.
You may want to rethink the print from home unless you have a ream of paper ready, because it's.
I guess don't print them all at home then, or at the same day.
Yeah. You could go game by game or something, but
by month or something.
It's easier, and it's gonna get easier. Hindsight is always 20/20. We should have had this ticket system in place for the playoffs last year. That way, season ticket renewals would be smoother. But I think for the 19-20 season, you should be able to go in and renew your tickets yourself. Everything should be fully automated by then.
That's huge.
We're cutting a few corners this year just to get it up and running so early.
We want to get up mid-August, like you said.
People
have to get used to it.
That's my dumb fault for making such a lofty goal.
That's okay, though, but it got out. It was met. For the fans, if you click on that purchase ticket button or you visit the eTix site directly, everything's branded under the NYTEX Sports Center. So, because all the events held at NYTEX, that's why it's not /Lone Star Brahmas. If you're wondering what's wrong with that, but there's an area where you could pick best available. If you're just give me a good seat, I don't really care. I don't have time to look. You could actually click the sections just like you used to be able to, and be able to actually pick your individual seat and kind of see which ones were full. Which ones were filled, and it works better on mobile devices, which was a big problem with Glittner that we were aware of. Everybody's I keep in this error screen, or it won't take my credit card, or it boots me out, or whatever.
Yeah. It was a Bush League system.
Oh, it's tough because you're are you using your phone? They're yeah, or my tablet, and we're well, you got to find a laptop or a desktop.
Well, and another thing that we're going to have is it's going to have the ability to look at your seats. like the seat view, like you might get for bigger events.
Right.
So, but we're kind of waiting. Like instead of taking pictures now, we're going to wait till all the new dasher boards and everything and banners are up. That way, it's a true reflection of this season.
Yep.
But speaking of this season, Nick, we were talking about it. There's a couple fans that had said over the summer that nothing changes. It's the same old in Brahma Land every year. I think I'm going to pass on season tickets. And look, if you pass on season tickets, that's your call. To each his own. But nothing changes couldn't be further from the truth. This year, as I sit with Nick on his last day in the office.
Yes.
So, new broadcaster. We teased Dustin Copening, but it's official now?
That one's official, yes. Dustin's on board. You'll certainly hear him from the Texas Junior Brahmas side and the NA3HL team. He just makes the deserved ride up to the Lone Star, and he'll be calling all the home games for the Brahmas, and then also doing some select NAHL road games. So he's joined me on the call plenty times. He's filled in for me when I was sick or gone. So it's going to be a smooth transition for everybody, and he's very excited for the opportunity and to kind of meet the more of the Brahmas family.
Yeah, we'll have him out for a podcast at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Let everybody get to know him. Good dude, and yeah, like you said, I mean, it's a well-earned spot. Also new, we've got a new. We can announce we have a new equipment manager.
Yes.
Elliot Wartick is taking over the reins from Aiden Zeitz, who took over for the beloved Mark Rippey. Mark Rippey of the. If we had a Hall of Fame for equipment managers, I think he'd be in there. First ballot.
First ballot.
Absolutely.
100%.
He's the only equipment manager we've ever had to have a giant, some would argue, life-size cutout of his head displayed on the glass.
That's right. Yeah, it was present for every warm-up. It was so good.
Got to have him in the building. Also new, Red Hot Blue is not going to be here this year, Nick. Can you believe that? However... But there is more. You asked for the very best barbecue on the planet. You said, let's get the very best barbecue in here at NITEX. And I don't have the very best, but I have the very best. Very best barbecue, Berry, from Mr. John Berry. Will be serving up their wares here inside the NITEX, taking over the old Red Hot Blue slot. So
that's great.
Very best, and it's good.
So there won't be a vacancy for the barbecue fans on game nights.
No, if you're craving barbecue,
you're filled.
You're going to have it. And this is some legit, like, made with love type of thing.
Big time.
Big fan.
That's huge. Yeah,
big fan.
Big Brahma fan, too.
Big Brahma fan.
What you told me.
Yeah. Been to some games, been out here, been a part of the culture out here. So we're happy to have Berry Best Barbecue on board. We mentioned the new ticket system, new box office manager, Connor Morrison, new sales staff, which, I mean, I don't know, it's small staff, but
it's growing.
Foster Scott's on there. We're going to have another intern from the University of North Texas coming this fall.
Go green.
And
green today.
yeah, absolutely. We might have, this is still a little early, but we might have someone in the marketing role coming soon. A marketing person.
Nice.
How about that? How about that? Let's see what else we had. A 3-year deal with Under Armour, big apparel deal, and that's going to take a little while to kind of mature. There's a lot of stuff on the front end with uniforms, Brahmas, and volleyball that we've got to get covered. Let's see what else we got.
But speaking of the uniform stuff, the third jersey.
Nice.
Brought to you with them.
Nice. And those are going to be, they should be here for all the preseason games.
Yes.
You will notice there's no nameplates on them. It's kind of like, yeah. We may, if we decide to wear them later on in the year, we'll throw nameplates on them for sure. But it's kind of be like you have to earn your star on your helmet type of thing. You've got to kind of earn your nameplate there. So
people who missed that one, it's a gorgeous looking purple alternate, all purple.
Yeah,
like the Brahmas going diagonally down the chest, really nice.
Yeah, think New York Rangers home jerseys with a Brahma spin on it. Be very cool. I think they'll be very popular. We've mentioned it before. We've got the Christmas jersey. Did you see the final design on that, Nick?
I did actually.
Yeah,
I did.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It's definitely different. It's not an ugly sweater theme. We'll say that, but then we'll leave it at it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun, but it's not like your ugly Christmas sweater like we've fully initially thought we were going to go into.
And you know why we didn't do that? because it looked too much like the freaking Mudbugs jersey that they did last year. We don't imitate.
No. We're definitely going our own way, too. And another jersey off that, obviously military jersey.
Yeah.
We saw the designs on those.
That's got a...
And that's a way different look than we've ever had before.
Wait. Is that a new logo, would you say?
Yeah.
The way that the Lone Star is?
Yep.
New logo?
Yep. Or at the very least, a new wood mark.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be cool. That's going to be really, really sharp. And it's dark. It's a dark jersey.
Yep.
Like a lot of black involved.
And obviously, once you see these jerseys, you got to give us your opinions because either we're going to stick with some themes or change them up in the future. So
absolutely,
it's big.
And then the Daredevil jersey, the Daredevil stuff. We'll talk about that a lot as we lead into it. Basically, that's going to be the biggest gong show we've ever had for a first intermission, and we've had some dandies over the years, but this one will take the cake for sure.
You could even say it's going to be a first intermission circus, which, by the way,
September 3rd, the Garden Brothers Circus is coming. Elephants and all.
Garden Bros,
they're coming. Hey, speaking of new things, take a man break. Speaking of new things, we've got some new beer in the restaurant this year. We're going to be rolling out.
I can get behind.
Speaking of tasting it, Hop Fusion is one of their local brewery out of Fort Worth. They're going to be here at the first preseason game on the party deck. So if you're here for the first preseason game, make sure you swing by the party deck and taste. They're going to have 4 or 5 beers to sample. We'll have some for sale, primarily at the upstairs bar right next to the party deck.
Yep.
And then we're going to kind of take the data that we gather at that sampling tasting event and then put one on tap in Zaroma.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the kind of idea. That way
with zoos. That's cool.
Yeah, that way we have a smarter, more educated guess going in there
of what people want.
Exactly.
So I guess first, Frank's gonna have to buy me a ticket back for that game.
That's fine.
So I'll be drinking some beers.
Yeah, just put it on the card.
Yeah. And then secondly, obviously, if you enjoy drinking beer and you want to have some new beer, because we've heard that in our fan surveys in the past. Obviously, don't miss this one. I know sometimes dates don't always coordinate, but if you can make the preseason games, you got to go up there to the party deck suite and check it out and give your input. That way, you could have maybe one of your new favorite beers at the game.
Yeah,
they were good. We had some samples, and let me tell you, it's a pretty darn good brewery from Fort Worth.
Yeah, those guys are really cool. They know their stuff. I would say that they definitely are one of the better ones around. I mean, it's all subjective, but they definitely are at the top of the heap as far as craft beers are concerned. We added Legal Draft. That's not necessarily new. It's kind of been hovering around for a year or so, but they are officially a sponsor of the Brahmas, and we are going to be debuting another craft beer, a third craft beer that we're partnering up with this year. We'll wait till all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted on that one, but that'll be very exciting.
There's some breaking news in 2019, too, coming up, right?
Breaking news, yeah. We're going to have the biggest sponsor of the building will take effect January 1st. I can't really say much about it. We'll have a vague and mysterious dasher board announcing the date, but let's just say that last week of December, first week of January, in this building will provide a frenzy of activity as a lot of equipment is replaced and new stuff put in. Speaking of new stuff, since that's what we're talking about here, ushers, ushers. We're partnering up with CSC, which is probably the leaders in crowd management, which is, I believe, the term, crowd management.
Yep.
You'll see they'll have the scanners at the door. I mean, it's going to be a completely different look from how it's been. Not that it was ever really not great. It's just going to be far more tighter, better.
It's gonna be crazy if I come back on a game day. They're gonna
stop
you. Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? Who are you? Yeah, we don't know Chad. You can't.
We don't know. Which we actually had to make special staff badges.
Yeah,
which we brought those back.
We're gonna have to wear staff badges.
Imagine that,
so everybody can know. And the ushers are going to be, to my understanding, it's going to be rotating shifts. So you're not just going to have the same 3 people the whole season. So sorry, you may have to actually break out your tickets. I mean, I know a lot of season ticket holders by the 3rd game.
Right.
They didn't even have to bring their tickets here because
everybody always remembers them.
They know the usher and the usher's family and all that kind of stuff. Not that that's bad, but we're just going a new way.
There's another new thing.
Yeah.
In the arena.
Oh yeah.
The arena sound speakers.
Yeah, we're Going to have another voice added to the PA announcing roster. Preseason, you'll hear 3 different people. You hear Jeff Smith, who's the voice of TCU, longtime Brahmas fill-in guy. You'll hear Mike Norgard, of course. The warm, welcoming pipes of Mike Norgard will be echoing through the halls on the 7th. And then the last voice you'll hear preseason will be Brendan Neely, who's been around. He's done plenty of Lone Star games. He's the main voice of the 3HL Brahmas. And then the new guy in town is Mr. Chris from FC Dallas. Ooh. And the Dallas Rattlers. A lot of energy on this guy. A lot of energy. The starting lineups are going to be like a show.
The shoebox or the tin bin
the tin bin. Man. Yeah, he's really going to get it cooking. We'll have speaking of the sin bin, we'll have a new sponsor to that. Acme Brick is sponsored. Nice. It's been the Life Storage penalty box. Yep. Now it's the Acme Brick House.
Nice.
And so we've got some new signage coming there.
House.
Yes. We're partnering up with VetTix a little bit more. So military discount is going to be something we're going to kind of funnel through VetTix. They want to build a bigger database of veterans and active duty military personnel. And they have a great mechanism for distributing tickets that's, I think, going to be very good. If you are
that'll be really big too, especially in November.
Yeah,
their big
Absolutely.
Military Appreciation Month.
Absolutely. And then there are a slew of new sponsors that are coming on board or have already signed on board. It's going to make things exciting. Chuck-a-Puck. People have asked about Chuck-a-Puck. You're going to hear sport clips. You want your hair cut? You better win Chuck-a-Puck. Mount Asia is back in Chuck-a-Puck, and then there's. There's probably 10 things that are pending that could go into Chuck-a-Puck. That'll be very exciting. Hopefully, I think they'll be. You think they'll be exciting?
Oh, big time!
Absolutely.
The prizes always grow.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have fun playing Chuck-a-Puck?
I mean, that's the thing. Especially this year. You know those Roombas that go around your house?
Yes.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to mount the Chuck-a-Puck board on top of one of those. It's just going to go around the ring. No, I'm pretty sure the wet surface would short circuit that thing.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Or if not, even if it got close to the wall, it could always just bump a wall to reorientate itself. The board's going to hit the wall first, then fall off.
We really need to get a Roomba-like thing for the Zambonis.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, in between periods, you just put it out there, a little robot Zamboni, and it does the ice. I'm sure they have that. They've got to have that somewhere, right?
That old, that really old YouTube bit where he had the squirrel riding the remote control jet ski thing.
Love that.
Just have him ride the Zam.
Yeah, hey, we have talked about having monkeys for an admission activity out here. Yeah, monkeys riding on dogs, nonetheless.
Chimpanzees riding on a Segway. Chimpanzees.
I mean, listen, we wanted to have chimpanzees riding on Segways, but it's a little unstable. From what I hear, having chimpanzees around the ice and on Segways is just unstable and not really safe for the fans. Chimpanzees are strong, but little spider monkeys, that's a different story. Spider monkeys on a collie is kind of what we're looking at, but we'll get more of that later. And really, that's all the changes. I mean, there's a lot of changes. That's just kind of some of the big ones. The biggest is Nick, his voice leaving. This is the last time you're going to, other than a call-in maybe.
Yeah. I hope I get a call-in time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can work you in the show.
It'd be so good.
So that's it. Listen, we'll keep it short and sweet like we used to. I think last episode we had a lot. We had a lot to talk about.
We had a ton.
So we had to let it roll. But Nick, take us home. What do you have to say to Brahmaland one last time?
To finish Bullpen, episode 61. Brahmaland, love you all. Fans have been fantastic. Bill, it's been fantastic. Everybody I've gotten to know from the staff to whoever's come through our doors here at NITEC, seriously, I can't thank you guys enough. I love you all, and I'm always going to have a big piece of my heart in Texas. I will be rooting on the Brahmas with you and can't wait to follow along this season. But you are taken in good hands with all the changes that are making, so I'll be tied in as well and would love to communicate with you guys afterwards. And on that note, cue the music.
Chimpanzee riding on a Segway. Chimpanzee riding on a Segway. Segway, chimpanzee riding on a Segway, bam, 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 bam.
This has been Inside the Bullpen, brought to you by Sport Clips, haircuts for men, where you can sign in online and skip the wait. Thanks for listening through to the end. We weren't really sure you would. And until next time.
Yeah, chimpanzee riding on a Segway, chimpanzee riding on a Segway, chimpanzee riding on a Segway, bam, 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 bam.